Hi.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Did You Read the Group Chat?
Did you read the group chat?
The podcast that asks the most important question of your week. Did you read the group chat?
Did you run your speed test?
Did you run your speed test?
Have you run your speed test?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel like I missed a lot of the group chat.
I don't know if a lot really happened this weekend,
Yeah.
to be honest. Because I was around and it was pretty dull in there. Cricket in there, if you will.
Crickets, bitch.
I was spending as much time as I could in my bed after such a long.
Well, we've all
week
been
of
busy.
driving.
We've been every weekend. We're all, knocking on doors saying, "Will you vote for President Trump?" You know what I mean? We're all doing that.
We're doing our part.
Yeah, we're doing our part. 4 more years. 4 more years. Do you remember when it was both stop the steal and keep counting, like at the same time?
Count the votes and stop the votes.
Count the votes and stop the steal. Those are simultaneously happening depending on which state.
Yeah.
We live in really the wildest timeline. Have you ever thought about that?
The timeline is truly nuts. And I would like to not.
I would like a refund.
I'd like a reset.
Yeah, a reset. Yeah.
Just like me, I turned off the Wi-Fi and turned it back on.
Disconnect from the Wi-Fi.
Yes, turn it off, turn it back on again. Turn the timeline off.
Or if you're like me and chat with multiple Disney chat agents and exit out until you get the one that will help. Like you just keep refreshing. You just refresh.
Just keep.
We do want to everyone in the group chat that is in Florida, in the Florida area, please stay safe.
Please stay
make
safe.
sure
stay safe.
Another
get
hurricane.
at
Please, if you're on the west coast of Florida and you're like, well, I gotta be tuned in live to the group chat right now.
Yeah.
You don't.
No.
Please go get in your car and evacuate. Thank you so much.
And we know it's not as easy as
we know it's not as easy, but
you can always listen back later.
I would rather you have attempted than been like, well, I gotta watch the pod.
The pod. We're not important.
Yeah. We'll be here.
But we'll
be here when you're
when you're
safe.
in safer grounds, honey.
Mm-hmm. Save that battery. You know what? Save the download.
Yes, save the download.
Miranda
Adam was telling me how rapidly it went basically to
Cat 5 basically.
Yeah. Or projected Cat 5.
Well, I'm so interested. It literally is hitting the part of the Yucatan Peninsula, the city that I'm stopping in my cruise in December. So I'm obviously being in America, they're not talking about what's happening
outside of America.
So I truly wonder how catastrophic it was to that area, if it's going to cause any different paths for Disney Cruise Line when it goes out of Galveston, how that's going to be.
Yeah, it's important to think about how this hurricane is going to affect your future.
Going to affect your vacation.
I live where you vacation.
I live where you vacation. No, it is awful. I'm like, it's the same storm. Why aren't you also reporting on what's happening in other areas? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
it's very strange how they do that.
But then I thought about how I've never heard anything. If it hits not America, I don't know.
No.
Even when it's hitting the islands and it'll just be fully enveloping
catastrophic.
them in a storm.
When it's out of America, they're like, all right, it's gone. Bye.
It's
bye.
over.
Bye.
It's all done.
Nuts. Truly.
No, Miranda, Casey. Miranda as a millennial, Casey obviously is a Gen Z, nearly Gen Alpha, really.
Yeah.
Are either of you daddy gang?
The fuck?
So that's a great question. Thank you.
Because I just listened to my first episode this week.
Did you?
I did.
See,
because
watched all of I watched the clips on the TikTok. I've never actually listened to an episode.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm a giggler. I'm not daddy.
Nuts.
Some girl named Alex.
Alex Cooper. She and
Cooper.
Okay, so Alex Cooper was a part of Barstool Sports, and she had.
Oh.
So she did a pod with them. She did a pod with somebody else, and then branched off on her own, and then branched off from Barstool and created her own conglomerate of podcasts.
Wow.
And has really grown. And interviews a lot of
much like the
big
Ampliverse,
name people,
Very
much like the
much.
Ampliverse.
Just like
It's
just
very.
like
It actually feels like she kind of stole our trajectory. Really.
Yeah. Honestly,
for sure.
it really is upsetting. But she's interviewed people like Katy Perry. She's gotten Avril Lavigne. Like she gets big name people, and Avril Lavigne is a big name.
I understand for our generation, Avril Lavigne is a big name, but it is funny that the examples you used is like current flop city, Katy Perry, and Avril Lavigne, who literally hasn't released music in like 80 years. So it's great.
I'm trying to think of I can't. Those are the two that are like coming to my mind.
And recently, Madam Vice President Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm. And so
did you? She signed a deal with Spotify for $60 million in 2021, and then in 2024, just in August, she signed a $125 million deal with Sirius to replace Spotify.
That's insane.
Call her daddy. Call her accountant. She's getting paid.
And truly, she is a really good interviewer. I know nothing about this woman, besides the clips I've seen from TikTok over the past however many years, but she really does give a really lovely interview. She does get some people. She had Amanda Knox on there just recently, a couple weeks ago. Anna Delvey, Amanda Knox, Adam. She's the one who was found guilty of murdering her Italian roommate.
Oh, yes.
Famously, the Lifetime movie with Hayden Panettiere. Yes. Oh my God. Iconic. Cole Sprouse, Miley Cyrus, Post Malone.
Okay, there we go. Some bigger names.
Rebel Wilson, Demi Lovato. Anyway, so she just interviewed Kamala, and the girlies are going
crazy.
Nuts.
Crazy.
In a good way or bad way?
In a good way.
In a bad way.
Bad way.
Why?
Because there were all these little red-hatted 23-year-olds who were diehards of her, thinking she was also
a red hat.
A red hat.
I love that phrase, a red hat.
Well, the Red Hat Lady Society.
Yeah, it's the same
with the
thing.
Purple shirts and the red hats. Yeah.
It's the Gen Zs in the Red Hat Society.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
they're shook.
They're going nuts over it.
Yeah.
And I could see where you would think that she was a red hat, or she maybe even used to be. Or even
I think it happens to. I think it used to happen. Obviously, I think more to what's that podcast with the two old white ladies?
I've had it, ladies.
I've had it.
Yeah,
they used to get that too. That people
really?
Were shocked that
and they were like, guys,
we're liberal.
But she says so many things about protecting the woman body and from the government, in so many different things that I've seen it, that I was like, how are you shocked that?
Yes, but red hats listen to that and be like, yes, we're protecting women
from immigrants.
From immigrants, and we're protecting them by not.
I mean,
being
probably
able to
the most shocking part is that she used to be part of Barstool Sports, which is famously
yes,
on that side.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, but such a huge step for how cool that she was able, and really smart of the Kamala team to have her go on, I think.
And they've not responded to any of us, because I've reached out.
We've reached out.
Chat. I've reached out for Girly Pop.
We've been so busy.
Our schedules just have not matched.
They haven't aligned.
Right. And we won't do a two off. It has to be all four of us interviewing.
That's true.
Yeah.
But we aren't, I mean, to be clear, we're not trying to get, Donald, Kamala, Tim, JD, we're trying to get who could be the next potential cabinet secretary of, the Treasury. That's who we're really trying to go down the list and really get into the nitty gritty on policy. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So if anybody's listening and wants to reach out to our publicist, Friedrich, he's happy to take any inquiries and try and fit you in the schedule.
Absolutely.
He's currently sniffing his own butt right now, so he's got free
doing work. He's very busy.
Yeah, he's very
busy.
Very busy.
The girls, they're busy. The girls.
And you know what, girls? We're so busy that sometimes...
Is this how you're bringing it up?
Sometimes we're so busy that I can't even cook dinner
There's
anymore.
no time to cook.
There's no time to cook.
Rachel Ray, 30 minutes. Who
I don't even
has
have
30 minutes? Nobody has that.
I have 2 minutes. That's as much.
All
time
I have. I have
Is
2
this an
minutes to
ad
cook.
for a microwavable meal?
2 minutes to cook and 2 minutes to rest.
Yeah. So I have 4 minutes.
4 minutes
That's
total.
all I can do for dinner.
What is this microwavable meal? Oh my god.
We have done it.
So Adam was like, "I'm doing it. I'm factoring."
Someone at work
okay.
was like, "I do factor meals. They're actually very good." And I was like, "All right, that's what I needed to try."
I need a real person to try, not an ad from a radio person.
I was like, well, I thought maybe they sent it to y'all for Boys Love. Love Factor.
Pepper Ann said, "Is this an ad for Factor?" Wow.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, where's this going?
No, we're not getting paid.
No,
Unfortunately, we're going to do this for free. The meals are really fucking good, guys. Now, I will say every single thing comes with a sauce.
Yes.
So it's saucy.
It's incredible.
Saucy.
We had a green chili chicken yesterday, and the queso blanco.
With the queso blanco, that was.
And Casey, as a queso expert,
the microwaved chicken that we ate was so tender and juicy that RJ was eating it with a spoon. It was just falling apart. That's how tender the chicken was. Do you understand how crazy that is?
In a microwave?
In a microwave.
Microwave.
Coffee from a gas station?
Chicken from a microwave?
Genuinely, it's great. So we have codes if you wanna
try a week. We did high protein one.
It's not looking great for my veggie friendly humans. I see a wild mushroom filet mignon, which I thought would be a mushroom filet. It's not.
Mushroom filet?
No, they do have veggie meals because we just had a tofu. What did we have? Tofu.
I think you can select. It's like all.
Yeah, you pick through options each week.
It
doesn't. It's not like they randomly send.
It's a basil, garlic, barramundi, and tomato cream.
That's what we just had.
The fish,
and the fish was so tender.
Tender fish,
flaky. But yeah, it is saucy. They've all been very saucy. So
very saucy. Don't look at the sodium count if you're worried about it.
It's a lot of sodium. But, for me, I was like, well, if this is my one big thing that I'm eating, and if I'm eating hard-boiled eggs for the rest of the day,
Jesus.
Yum.
Yummy.
Count me in.
I bet it smells great over there when you're tooting.
Yeah. For sure.
I work from home and Adam
One tray. This is my dinner. Look at the cows.
Adam, nobody can read this. No. 680. Read me the macros.
What does that mean?
Oh my RJ, read me the macros.
Wow, look at that satch fat. Damn, 95%.
Okay, what are we?
19 grams, but it's a saucy tomato cream.
So. How many grams of protein?
35. It was a big old fat fillet.
The chicken yesterday was like 44.
Yeah, the chicken was like 40 something.
Wow.
Yes, yeah, sodium. It's high in sodium, but
it's gonna be. That's why it's good.
Thirsty.
I wouldn't be talking about if it was good if it didn't have sodium in it. I hate to tell you guys.
That's true, I guess.
So
when people say this food needs seasoned, most of the time they literally just mean it needs
salt. Sure. I will say that one thing that was happening on the group chat this weekend that really nobody got involved with me. Mm-hmm. And I was kind of upset about it. So I was in this on myself, is that I was fully invested in rugtok on TikTok.
Yeah.
And this is why I don't like having this podcast once weekly, because there are so many things that happen. I feel like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then by the time I talk to them on Tuesday and it comes out on Thursday, she's old.
It's done. She's done. She's old. She's not demure.
This isn't rug cleaning.
No. This is this woman woke up one day and in her 3-season room that she made a 4-season room, which is her office, things were moved. Her computer was cracked. It had seemed like maybe a spirit had been in her house, drained the battery from her son's phone, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then they were digging to put up a fence and they found a very large rolled up rug. And they couldn't get it out.
Did you not pay attention to when this happened?
Did you not? Oh my God. Who am I speaking to in the group chat? No one.
Brandon and Jeff.
Anyway, but it was just, and then Jeff was just like, let me know what you find out.
Just tell us the results.
No one cared. So, but I was, in fact, and that's what I love. That is what I love about TikTok. I don't have to follow this girl.
No.
She will come back to me.
She will come back with the
answer. Brilliant. Anyway, she went from like 3,000 followers to over 2 million followers this weekend. Nuts.
Just to see what's in this fucking rug.
So she calls out the police. The police get the FBI. They bring out cadaver dogs. They have 2 separate cadaver dogs. Each cadaver dog walking around went and sat on the space where the rug was. So they were like, "Oh my God!" They get like this,
which means like it's here. The body's here.
The bones are here.
Yeah.
They get out this thing. They dig up this rug. All this shit. There's nothing in the rug.
What do you mean there's nothing in the rug?
Nothing
it was just a rolled up rug. That was
what kind of rug was it?
I don't, just like a big like, area rug.
It was a big ruggable.
I think it was older than ruggable.
It was a Mickey ruggable.
They know if they had ruggable.
Did she clean it afterwards?
Like, throw it in the washing machine.
Throw it in the washing machine. It's so easy to do. So, but they did take the rug anyway. So everybody's like, I was watching the live as they were like figuring it out, and she was like, "There's nothing on the rug," and I was like, "Oh, boring. Okay."
And then you blocked her.
And then somebody hacked into her TikTok account and stole all of the money that she made from the lives and all of the watches that she's already gotten.
In like anger that because there was nothing in the rug
or whatever. I think that's it.
Just in greed.
That's probably it. Yeah. So, and then there are people being like, she's making this up. There are people digging in this girl's past. And apparently she used to do like a YouTube with this one girl fanning over the Jonas Brothers and have met the Jonas Brothers in a lot of different things. Like, the lore is insane. People don't know if she was lying, if she was making it up, because she's good at storytelling, but she also like drags it out. It's all very fascinating, and nobody's harmed by any of these stories, but she does claim that she was hacked and robbed by TikTok.
That's the interesting thing is you'll see these videos that are clear sketches or skits or whatever, but they're filmed like it's like, oh, just this like is CCTV footage or whatever.
Right.
And then you'll have people in the comments being like, this is fucking fake. And it's like, on one hand, yeah, it's annoying that you are assuming that it's all real, and then you're like, oh no, it's clearly not. So I get being like, oh, I feel duped.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, why is there that much to get mad about? Because like you're not owed reality.
Yeah.
But also I'm like, did she didn't hire 12 grown-ass men to dress up in like CSI shit, whatever, like to come into her backyard. Like that's not a thing.
Would they have let her film it?
That's the thing. Like she was live streaming it. But when she was live streaming the cadaver dogs and the cadaver dogs like sat on them, she like started crying. Like she was horrified. So I don't know. Maybe. But anyway, that's what was happening in my world this weekend. It was crazy.
But I do think like
so you almost got caught.
Who is the one?
But they didn't take the body.
But they took it. So I'm maybe getting a knock on my door.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Where was she? Do we know what state she was in?
Yeah, Ohio.
Do you know the one, the TikTok of it's
the woman with Ohio?
I don't fuck with Ohio.
It's the woman who tells like a multi-part story, and she's like, "I married like a psychopath or whatever." That ended up being
I loved her.
The 8-hour
that ended up like getting like they bought basically the story. Like like she's making a movie out of it or a TV show out of it. Like I do think sometimes you can tell, but it's hard. Like if it's something like that,
this is like Dear David.
You catch like way later in the story, right? So you're like, oh shit, like I have to go back to like number 1 to like find how it started. But I feel like sometimes I think you just have to like get a gauge of like, I think it's pretty obvious when it's like fake or real. I don't know.
Yeah, I still don't know. I don't know.
Because remember that guy too that was like talking about all the River North like missing men.
Yeah.
But kept dragging it off at the end. That was like,
wait, was that fake?
Well,
the guy that was doing it.
The guy was grifting because he then made a website to be like, you can go here and then track all the like locations and blah 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 and help me put the pattern together. But then like people were realizing that he was like trying to sell stuff on this website anyway.
But he was but that River North thing is real.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still happening, but it was for a while.
Yikes.
Spooky
dokey.
Casey, your internet is so good right now. I can't believe what's happening.
Wow, such fast internet happening.
Wow.
I sent that TikTok of Ava all grown up at Target.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Adam found out about it this morning.
You found out about her growing up?
He found out
Just
she's
that video. Just that video. She was like, "Oh my god, that's Ava."
Oh yeah,
It's
she
crazy
comes
that
up on my
her
TikTok
voice is
all the
still
time.
the same.
It is still the same. Freaking bats. It's so funny.
Bats.
Spirit Christmas.
Spirit Christmas. How do we feel, Miranda?
How do we feel,
Miranda?
Spirit Christmas.
Well, okay, so Spirit Halloween is turning some locations into Spirit Christmas when the Halloween season is over. And first of all, brilliant idea. Why
Can't believe they haven't done it before.
I don't know
why have they not done it before?
Literally.
But also no locations in Iowa. So
Damn.
Where's the nearest for you?
I don't
Missouri?
I don't even think Missouri.
Probably
I
not.
think it was all like Massachusetts and East Coast.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Casey's looking it up for me.
I'm looking it up.
But yeah,
But I was telling
think
Adam they should just put a Christmas hat on.
It should be the
skull
skeleton,
and
but
then-
still
and then just
a Christmas
make
hat.
him smile.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
Waterford,
it is-
Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dartmouth, Mass.
Uh-huh.
Brick Township, New Jersey. Marlton, New Jersey.
Okay, East
Mays
Coast,
Landing,
okay.
New Jersey. Woodbridge,
Okay.
New Jersey.
Okay, anywhere not
Albany,
in the
New
East Coast,
York.
because I did say East Coast. Anywhere not East Coast.
Albany, Bohemia, New York. Poughkeepsie, New York. And Erie, Pennsylvania.
No.
All East Coast. Okay.
All East Coast.
Yeah.
So Pennsylvania might be the closest one.
Well,
to
ready
us.
for a road trip, Miranda?
Should we
Out
go
to
to
Erie?
Pennsylvania?
To Erie.
I think we
Erie,
should.
Pennsylvania. Erie, Pennsylvania.
Erie, Pennsylvania. Na, 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 na. Yeah, let's do it.
Well, folks, I took my road trip and Chapel performed.
And she showed up.
She did it.
Miss
She was
Rona.
very worried about Chapel not going on for Casey.
Yeah.
She showed up and
She knew you were coming.
she knew I was good. She said Casey's going to be there. Vase, my favorite member of. Did you read the group chat?
Yeah.
I had to.
My
I had
bias.
to perform
My
for her. And if I saw my niece this weekend because she came into town for ACL. Also, I sold my ACL tickets for profit. So thank you very much to whoever bought them. I wish I would have held out for a lot more money, but I was too nervous.
Like a resale or literally just on Twitter?
No, I did like the ticket. Yeah, I did the official ticket exchange.
Okay.
But anyways, they sold like within 2 hours. It was like, bloop, they're gone. But I told my niece, I said, Ariana, I left before she sang Pink Pony Club.
And
Why did you leave early?
And Ariana goes, you just shouldn't even go to concerts.
Oh, because you just couldn't do it anymore? You
Why
were
did
tired?
you leave early?
She was her feet.
Listen, Adam,
Could you
I've
do
been
this
there since
for-
5 o'clock. I know I've been
Yeah.
there since 4 o'clock, and it was 9 p.m., 9:40. It's time for me to go.
You know, Gen Z, Gen
Okay.
Alpha. She
Yeah.
can't. She
She's
can't.
got to get in bed.
Hey.
Yeah.
She's got. She had
I had to walk back to my car. I had to drive back to Fayetteville. I had to go through the Slim Chickens drive-through and then get
You
home to
didn't
bed.
have to do that for sure, but okay. Yeah.
I just get so weird. I didn't know how bad traffic would be or anything.
Yeah.
So when you're by yourself, you can just dip out.
dip.
It's true.
You
Irish
can just
goodbye.
go.
Boop.
You can just
Irish
go.
goodbye.
I did that
You can just go.
at a company Cubs game outing, and literally it was like the
Second inning.
It was like the 6th inning, and I was like, I just slipped on out. Bloop.
That's when a lot of people leave baseball games, though.
That's
6th inning is getting.
The 6th inning stretch is really like where people get the hell out of Dodge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, it's not happening.
But Miranda would know. Look at the hat.
I am
The
baseball.
Baseball.
Look, I am baseball.
Baseball.
Wow. Well, I'm proud of you, Casey, for sticking it out till.
Yeah, you did
9:40.
it, Casey.
I stayed as long as I could, and I said this on the close friends Instagram story, and Jessica replied, and she said, "I think it." So the girlies near me were so concerned that I was alone, and she goes, "I think it's a Gen Z thing. They don't
Just making
understand
sure.
like going to." Show like going places alone is just not in their wheelhouse. But like I became friends with a group of girls next to me, and they were like, they found out my name, they'd call out my name, we would chat, everything is fine. And then and then another girl came because I was sitting along the back. I was center of the back of the pit, and we had hours to kill. So we were just sitting on the floor. And this other girl came with her girlfriend, and she's like, "Mind if I sit here?" I was like, "Yeah, you're fine." She's like, "You waiting on somebody?" And I said, "Oh no, I'm here by myself." And she looked concerned. She goes, "Do you go to a lot of concerts by yourself?" And I was like, "I've been to a few. Yeah, it's fun. You get to, just do whatever you want to do. You can leave whatever you want to. You don't have to worry about anybody but yourself." And she's like, "Well, I've been to movies by myself, but I've never been to a concert by myself." And I'm like,
I think going to a movie by yourself, I guess that's okay too.
I mean, I was like, "Yep." And then she took it upon herself to ask me
Make
questions.
sure that you're,
like you know what, I need to engage with this poor soul that is here by herself. And I'm just like, you know what, folks, I am fine. But she'd be like, "You having a good time, Casey?" And I'd be like, "Yes, I am."
Wait, that's so charming, though. That's very sweet.
It's very cute, but I think they were just like a super extrovert, probably. That they were just like,
yeah. I mean, she was a very extroverted, butch lesbian.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, sir.
Come
on, sir.
Yeah.
Casey, doing good? Hey, Casey.
Hey, Casey, you doing all right, Casey?
That's literally what it was. She would walk by, she'd be like, "Casey, you having a good time?" And I'd be like, "Yeah."
I want to be friends with her.
I'm surprised that she wasn't like, "Come over here with us."
No, was she like melting the songs? Was she screaming, or was she just was it the girlfriend that's having?
The girlfriend was like, "I need to sit in the back for a bit." But this is before the show started. But once the show started, they were up in it. They went up there. But the other girls still hung by me, and they found out I was alone because I guess for a while they thought that I was waiting on someone. And then as the concert grew near, they were like, "Oh my God, Casey, are you here by yourself?"
Nah, I cannot.
And I'm like,
so funny.
I love how you became like the literal main character
The talk
of
of the
GA
town.
that night. They're like, "There's a girl back there. Make sure you check in on her." Yeah,
and
look, here she goes. That girl is strange. No question.
Like, I feel like when I go to Arkansas, I feel like a character because I've got all the tattoos, and so people just talk to you, and they can like tell that you're not a local.
Yeah.
So I am just like main character energy. A woman at the McDonald's that's in a gas station near my hotel, she stopped and was like, "Oh my God, I love your tattoo. Isabel from Animal Crossing."
Wow.
Resident Services podcast
pod host Casey.
Yeah, she'd be like, "Listen to
From
my podcast." So
funny.
yeah, the people loved to chat with me, and yeah, the girls were very concerned, and they were just like, they would come dance by me and stuff. Like they were trying to make sure that I was good.
I do want to know, like, is that a Chapel Roan's audience thing, or were the girls just felt a strong sense of sisterhood that night?
Well, there,
I think it's
Sappho's.
That's true.
Sappho's
exists.
energy.
So the women just want to, take
Support.
care of each other. Yeah.
Community. Women and children first. Yeah.
Yeah. I have noticed, when I go to more like women-centric things, I do feel like they are like, they see someone that like, they see me. Like when I went to this podcast, probably it'll happen at Giggly Scott, but when I went to this podcast, by myself. The women that sat next to me were like, "You're our friend now. Get in this photo."
Call her daddy when you went to that.
Daddy.
When I saw Call Her Daddy
Hawk
live,
Tour?
yeah.
Not
Talk to me.
No.
Talk to me. Yeah. Because it's just like, yeah, they just wanted to make sure that I'm all good, girl.
Casey, you doing okay back
You having
there?
a good time?
You having a good time? You having a good time?
She's calling you base by the end of the concert, you know?
Yeah.
Nice.
I know. They're like, "What's your
Call me
nickname,
Vase.
by the way?"
Well, by the end of the concert, they were like, "Where's Casey? 'Cause
Where the
Casey
fuck
had
did
left.
Casey go?
Yes.
They're
Yeah,
like,
there's
"She's
a
out."
Casey.
There's a full Casey alert happening in Arkansas right now.
They're like, "Oh my
because
god, I hope
these
she's
women-
okay."
These women
She
were
was here
so
the whole
concerned.
time. They were very sweet. Very sweet.
Because I do notice,
Sweet
like, at
girls.
K-pop concerts, there are people that will go by themselves because it's like, you know, they like their music or whatever.
Well, K-pop is so specific that you might be the only person
You might be
in
the
your
only
friend
person you
group.
know that likes them. Yeah.
Mm.
But also K-pop is such a, like, I'm used to watching it on my phone. So like people are kind of like it feels like it's very singular, even though you're all there. There are a lot of people that are like, I am having my own experience. But if they're like vibing, they will make sure that everyone is like they're like, hey, blah blah blah. Like, you guys like them too.
Goodies,
Your blah,
goodies
blah, blah.
are a big.
And yes, they hand out like goodies, like the charm bracelets or you know little
giveaway
giveaway pictures.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cup sleeves, yeah.
So, but I remember one time we were watching a concert at the United Center, and the guy next to us was like someone that was like that did skits about K-pop on Instagram and Twitter or on TikTok, and I was like, "Are you this guy that does like the whatever?" He was like, "Yeah." He just like drove by himself to like see the concert, just like a Casey. So
Just like a Casey.
just like a Casey.
Just like a vase.
You're inspiring the young children of the world, Casey.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know who
Yeah.
else is inspiring the young children of the world?
Mm-hmm.
Disney and their sequels to Millennium iconic films.
Wait, that's not a good transition. Let me do my transition.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Do you know who?
Take two,
do you know who else went to a concert this past weekend? Me.
Who?
I saw Patti LuPone in concert.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And we haven't talked about
Well,
it.
he's been and he was GA. He waited all day. He was on barricade.
Yeah.
For
Crazy.
Wow.
Barricade for Patty. Because
Yeah.
she played.
Stage door
She was
for her?
also at Austin City Limits. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Well, she
live
played-
streamed her on Hulu.
He played Millennium Park. Yeah, she played Grant Park.
Yeah.
So she was out there,
Yeah.
you know.
100
How
million
was
thousand.
Miss Patty?
How was Miss Patty?
She was
How's Miss
great.
Patty?
It was like a
Did she do the witches?
no.
Wow.
It was like her life
Down the Witch's
through
Road.
song. So it was like a lot of like her songs she grew up listening to that she like covered. So
Oh,
like pop
cute.
songs from like the 60s, 70s, whatever. And then Act 2 is when she and Act 1 she did oh my god, what is the song from Gypsy in Act 1?
Yeah. Oh, some people.
Yeah, some people.
People.
She did Some People. And then in Act 2, that's when it's like, and then I went to Broadway. And then she did like a whole, she did Don't Cry for Me Argentina, which got a standing ovation. Then she did
Ladies Who Lunch.
Ladies Who Lunch, and also I Dreamed a Dream from Les Mis.
Wow.
And everyone
early,
lost their minds. So it was great. It was a really good time. She's very
Oh, you just got. You're like, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Go ahead.
it was very she's very funny. So she had like little jokes that she would like do in between the songs, and yeah, I didn't know she's like been married since 88.
Wow.
Which I don't know. She seems like a person to me that's been like a single woman her whole life. You know what I mean? Yeah, she
Does
has
she not
she's
live
a husband
with her
and a child.
husband?
She does.
Does she
So
have children?
when Aubrey Plaza was living with her recently, was her husband
Yeah.
also there?
I wonder if that
I
was
believe so, because I think she was I think Aubrey would come. No, because she has 2 houses. I looked all this up on Wikipedia. She has a house in Connecticut, which is where she has the Andrew Lloyd Webber Memorial Pool because she won the lawsuit.
Oh my gosh.
And then she has a house in, I believe, South Carolina as well. But at her house in Connecticut, I'm pretty sure is where she had Aubrey stay. So they would just like come in and out of the city together when they had the shows that they were both doing. Yes.
Oh, yes. They were. Yeah.
Yes. So anyway, she was great. It was very fun. Totally out of the blue, my mom had called me and was like, "Do you want to see a concert?" And I was like, "Sure." So it was very fun.
Better not be Blake McGrath or whatever, because she's been.
Oh, my mom loves country music. It's a real tragedy.
That's so lovely that she sang I Dream a Dream from Les Mis, because you know what's circling around. Did you see that interview where this woman interviewed Blake Lively, and Blake Lively had recently announced that she was pregnant, and the interviewer goes, "Congrats on your bundle of joy."
This is so
on your bum.
This is the oldest story.
Shut up. Have you?
Yes. Back when the Blake Lively thing happened.
So congrats on your bump.
So that same interviewer released a clip of interviewing Anne Hathaway during the Les Mis promos. And it was her being like, "Hey, do you think if I sing this question to you, like we're singing, could you sing it back?" And Anne just goes, "No." And then they were like, "Who was your first crush? Or, do you remember your first crush?" "No." And it was like,
why would you ask that at a Les Mis press junket? Maybe some of these girlies shouldn't be fucking journalists.
But then she asked Hugh to do the same thing, and Hugh did it because Hugh's an angel. So anyway,
showman.
This whole thing came about. Anne's publicist sent the journalist an email, and it was a letter from Anne apologizing, going through this whole thing about like, this is where I was at. And I was like, I remember how much distaste I had for Anne Hathaway. Era. She was like my least favorite ever. Yeah. And she really is trying to like have this like coming back to life type of thing. But yeah, she sent this like long, and she was like, I cried reading it. Like, she completely apologized. She remembered the interview. She was like, I didn't post it thinking she would see it type of thing. And then Anne invited her to interview her for her upcoming film. Which is
what?
I don't know, but it could be The Princess Diaries 3.
Princess Diaries 3.
There you go.
Here
Incredible
I am.
transition.
Thank you. So The Princess Diaries 3 was teased by Anne this weekend. But then they interviewed Chris Pine, and then he's like, I have no idea anything about it. So Chris Pine apparently will not be involved.
Divorced. Divorce
Dead.
era.
Divorced.
Dead.
Divorced.
Beheaded. Died.
So, yeah. So many sequels.
Are we going to talk? Are we, RJ, are we going to talk about the slap?
The slap!
I didn't know.
Oh.
I didn't know. And we don't need to.
The slap. I won't go in full detail. Okay. But I was in an incident this weekend where it's not actually, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy to think. It's crazy to think about. But do you remember the trend on TikTok?
Yes.
Of women getting punched in New York.
Yeah, we talked about it on pod.
Well, it happened in Chicago, divas.
To this woman.
To this
woman right here.
And it was so shocking.
And listeners, this is like 100% real. Like, we are not messing with you.
It was so shocking.
A police report was filed.
Police reports were filed. Yeah. Videos were sent.
CCTV footage
footage because they took a picture. Yes, they were like, "Is this the man?" And I was like, "Yep, that's him."
Is your shock right now that it was a man that hit RJ? Wait, what's your shock?
No, that they caught him. That they caught the.
That they were like,
I don't know if they have not caught the person yet. I don't know.
No.
They haven't told.
So
me.
yeah, was there video footage from this location?
Yes. So they had the video, and they said like, if you give us the police report number, we'll be able to, or like our security footage, we'll be able to send it over to help. Blah blah blah. So kind of crazy. I had to go back to that area today because it was for a class. And I literally was just like hood up, hat up, just walked
Mask
by
on
Yeah.
quickly, like ran in,
mace in hand,
taser.
Yeah, but it was truly crazy, and like the unfortunate thing that I haven't fully unpacked yet, but I know will come, was that like out of everyone that was in the cafe, I was the one that they just felt like they could do that on. And I think like that probably says a lot of like, oh, I was the only Asian person there, but I was the only Asian man there, you know? And I was like, oh, I think that's probably also happened there subconsciously. But it was crazy. There were people that were fully just like obviously mad, but there was one woman that was like, where the hell is the security? Like blah 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 blah. But like people were mad, but there were fully people just like still having like their like conversation.
Yeah,
it was crazy. I was literally like they gave me like an ice pack from the kitchen, like literally put ice in a garbage bag to put on my head.
Oh my God.
While like girlies were still having their little PR one-on-ones over in the corner, just like, yeah, so
that's
I worked at blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Could you just imagine like going on with your normal conversation after witnessing that? Even like,
yeah.
I would be like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like I would just be like, I think
else.
we need to leave. Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty crazy. And I went to a concert later that evening. So
yeah, I
not
did.
Patty LaPone.
I did check when I checked on my Sims on Friday, as I do. Just
and I did. Sure. You know what, girls? I turned on the location.
I did
see
that. Oh my God! I just realized that. I was just looking, and then I was like,
you know what? At this point, you know what? Let me share the location.
After the slap, let's get back on that grid.
Because Adam literally, when I called Adam, he was like, where are you? I was like, just go to Ogilvy. Just go to the metro station. Yeah, I turned it on. So
it did not even register to me that I was now able to see that. I just was like, oh, there he is. Oh, cool. Amazing.
Yeah.
That's nuts. So sorry you had to go through that, Adam. I'm sure that was really difficult for you as a partner to be able to. No, we're joking. Obviously.
It was very shocking when RJ called, because he was like, this crazy thing just happened.
Yeah.
I was just sitting here and this guy punched me.
Oh, you were sitting. Like, so I'm like picturing like you in line waiting to order.
No, sitting. And the fact that while I was sitting there, shocked, right? Because the guy had ran away, and I was shocked, and like everyone was like,
your glasses had fallen off.
Glass had fallen off. The person, the security people are like calling the police or whatever, and you just hear, "I have a sandwich for RJ. For RJ, I have an Americano and a sandwich for RJ."
Oh no!
And
you're like.
And the girlie who took my order was like, Because it was someone else in the bar, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, calling it out. So the person who took my order was like, let me take that and give that to him.
Oh my God.
It felt like a sitcom, because it's like, it's just crazy to think about. And I went to a clinic, got checked out, was not concussed.
No concuss.
It was right next to a Nothing Bundt Cakes. And I looked at Adam and I go, I'm walking into this Nothing Bundt cake.
You need a bunt.
And I got 2 buntlets. Honey, chocolate chip and pumpkin spice.
Oh, the pumpkin spice is so good.
And the buntlet is like the perfect size, because you can keep going back to it throughout the day and it's still moist, because because
it's a very oily cake. That's why it's moist.
But they figured out the sealing of the bunts, these custom plastic seals for the buntlets.
Oh, yes, their little yes.
Yeah.
They do a very good job.
So Cupcake loves a bunt. We share it.
You just set it out.
Do cats have that?
She does.
There you go.
It's in her name. She loves cake.
She does.
She loves cream. She loves cake. We're sharing. We're having fun.
Oh, don't worry. We had lots more sweets this weekend, and we'll be going off on some of them. Ooh. Not the buntlets, but we had another.
Buntlets are clear. Buntlets are clear.
Mm-hmm. Buntlets we're not in the.
That's group chat approved always.
Cleaning, well, clear,
should we go off?
Let's.
I'll go first.
Okay, Adam. It's time to go off.
I have been very into poke bowls for the past while. I can't stop eating poke bowls.
I literally said tomorrow. I told Jace, I was like, I'm getting poke.
I'm getting one.
Mm-hmm.
We were at
love them.
Stop
interrupting my go off.
I know, but quickly. We were at a.
This is why you got punched.
We were at a place already ordering food, getting it to go, and then Adam was like, "We're gonna eat that for dinner. I want to go and get a poke bowl right now." Already at a place, they were like, "That's for dinner."
When she's craving, you go.
When
you know,
yeah.
You know,
Mama is pregnant.
Yes,
Mama. She is giving you the gift of life. You give her the gift of poke.
And luckily, poke is very trendy right now. So there's lots of little like everybody's trying to do it. Okay,
everybody.
Last weekend we went to a place. There's another place by our old apartment. I know a bunch of places in the city. Okay, so we had seen one on Saturday, and I was like, I want to get that. So we went. We walked in.
No one was inside.
Do you want to do it for me?
I'm coloring it in.
That was the next thing I was going to say. So no one was inside. We walk up. The girl who's on her like little stool behind the counter. Don't mind that. Listen, we should do that like Europe. People should be able to have to sit.
Yes. Okay?
Mm-hmm. She stands up. We walk up to the menu. Most poke places, if you've never been, if you don't know what poke is, learn a book. But also, poke is basically more or less like a burrito bowl, but it's sushi.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way I can explain.
That's a good way.
So most poke places, you can build your own, or they have like their own kind of house concoctions that they've already, you order the little Charles or whatever. So I'm looking at this menu. I usually go for whatever they have is like a both tuna and salmon together. So I'm looking at their 6 options of their pre-made bowls or preordained bowls, I should say. Preordained. And
already blessed.
Pastor Poke.
I've been looking at this menu for maybe 6 seconds. And she goes, "So what can I get you?" And I was like, I literally, like, it was like this. "Hello. What can I get you?" Sweetheart, if you don't let me at least look up, why are you asking me? Okay. So I was like, "Oh, I'm still looking." And she was like, oh, "Okay." So I'm looking and I'm like, I don't know. I don't look great. And I'm considering saying, "RJ, maybe we go somewhere else."
Maybe we turn
and RJ
around.
goes, "Yeah, I'll get the fiery blossom." And I was like, "All right, well, I guess we're having poke." I order a bowl. The lady who's clearly Thai, she looks at me and she goes, "Do you want to try the spicy sauce? Do you want to try it first?" And I was like, "Sure." Too spicy for Adam. So I was like, "Thank you. Thank you for letting me know."
Thank you for clocking
It was
me.
very good. It was like sweet and spicy. It was very good, but I was like, all of this would have killed me. So I went with the one that was like a little bit more tame or whatever. It was a sweeter one that had mandarin oranges in it.
Ooh.
We go and sit outside. We take our little bowls. I order Thai teas. Okay. We're doing the whole thing. It is like the worst poke bowl I've ever had in my life.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh, fuck. Which sucks because poke is not cheap.
No.
Girls, I hate to tell you, poke is not, an
much was this
$8
bowl?
meal. $16 for the bowl. And then it was like a $6 drink. We basically spent like $50 on the whole thing.
Whew.
And RJ was like, "Yeah, mine's not great either." And I was like, "Great. Cool." And then there were bees. on the patio.
And Adam was being attacked by bees.
I was being attacked by bees because my bowl was so sweet.
So sweet.
It was so
They
sweet.
were like, oh, nectar. Yes. Fruit of the
Yeah,
gods.
nectar of the gods.
For the queen, I have to.
So anyway,
to bring back to my queen.
if you go into a small establishment and it's peak lunchtime on a weekend and a lot of people are milling about and you walk into the establishment and no one is inside,
don't go.
it's a sign.
Do not come.
It's a
Do
sign.
not come.
Do not come.
Do not
Yikes.
come. So that's all. Now I need like a proper, actual, good poke experience to kind of like cleanse the palate. So that's it.
Yeah, I've gone into a place that like I wanted to see what baked goods they had, what pastries they had for the morning, and no one was up there ordering. So I walk up and they're like, "Hey, let me know." And I was like, "Oh, I'm looking right now." And I'm looking and these pastries look like ass. They just look so bad. Paper. Yeah, I'm like, ugh. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to be like, oh, never mind, and walk out. But then luckily a guy came in behind me and I was like, oh, you can go ahead and order. I'm still looking. And as he's ordering, I just turn around and walk out.
Ran out.
You
ain't getting, I ain't eating some shit pastry.
No.
Not today. I'm not.
Our apartment is right behind a bakery, and RJ has tried to buy multiple croissants from there, and they are over baked every single time.
RJ talked about that. The place you didn't take me because you said they overbaked. I was
like,
them.
they like over, but I can't tell if they do it on purpose or
it's
not.
on purpose.
Oh.
And this is why the Swedish are not known for their pastries.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's all. I can go because mine continues later in the day.
Ooh.
Actually, the next
Minutes
stop.
later.
Minutes later. RJ, go off.
We walk back to our car, and the ice cream store that I used to work in college, Bobtail, has long gone.
On the corner of Broadway and Wellington.
Wow.
Has been long gone.
But
as we walk by, it is now a cookie place. Black, gold, like tile accents, very sleek. And Adam was like, come on, let's go in. It'll be fun. Come on. I want something sweet after
my sweet poke bowl. It's a different sweet.
It's
People
a different
understand.
stomach. Yeah.
It's a different stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah. We go in and I'm already kind of like, whatever. It's going to be too sweet no matter what anyway. I'm not going to probably enjoy it.
I don't know why this is your go off, actually. I'm very interested why this is your go off because this is very good.
See?
That's his go off.
Adam orders and just says like, just give me give me six a dozen of the other or whatever. Just give me these 6 that's on the screen. And they bring it out in this like black box. The whole place is like very industrial looking, very black, sleek. All men.
It's all men. It's very weird.
All straight men working in this.
Yes.
And the logo,
Steps from Boys Town.
And the logo is called, the store is called Crave.
Crave Cookie.
But it is.
Oh, I've heard of this place.
But it's like.
Is it a chain?
But it's like full crumble cookie font. But it's on black backing and like silver. So I'm like, I feel like I'm in the dude wipes of crumble. Like what?
Yeah.
But then they had the like soda drinks. The swigs. They had their own swigs. And I took a picture and sent it on the menu. Sodies. They had sodies.
That thing you sent to us.
Yes. And everyone like sent in their
orders.
Yes.
But
already passed it.
the lady after us ordered the one, and I was like, it just looks like mud water when they pour in like half and half
cream.
Oh, sure.
When the cream is added to the Coke, it just does not look.
Does it curdle?
Yes, it does. That's why you gotta drink it fast.
Crave is a chain, but it's a smaller chain, and I don't know how I've heard of it.
We can own a Crave.
Illinois.
Oh, we
ready
can?
to join the cookie craze? All we need is 40,000.
Oh,
Well, I've seen
40,000
multiple
what?
typos on this website.
Oh.
Yeah. It just felt.
It is, I will say, for a cookie shop, it is the most people I've ever seen working. It was
Really?
like the same amount of people that worked at the Sprinkles in Disney Springs.
Ooh, wow.
Oh.
You know how there's like 36 people
There's
working at
yeah.
Sprinkles?
so many.
That was how many were in this tiny little cookie shop. And I was like, this is bizarre.
But the cookies were so sweet just to be sweet. Like, they didn't even have just like...
This is where I disagree with RJ.
Adam. They were not good.
Yes, they are.
No.
They're actually good.
No, they are not actually good.
Are you saying Crumble is better than Crave? Is that what you're about to say on this
haven't even had Crumble in so long.
Oh, I can't even...
We gotta do cream puffs.
I can't
But
even
we'll be
remember what Crumble is.
I have never had a crumble cookie.
Well,
now's your
Miranda,
time
this is
because
your
this is
entry
first,
into
this
cream
is your
puffs.
first cream puffs you're gonna do.
What?
I was not a fan. I felt like it was just putting shit on top of shit.
A hat on a hat.
A hat on a hat on a hat. And I just feel like
You
the
can't.
cookie
No,
crave.
no, I won't do this. You cannot come on this podcast, have an entire episode dedicated to the Cheesecake Factory, and be like, "Oh, isn't
But
it
it just-
amazing that there's 72 different cheesecakes and they're all
No, but
6,000
okay,
calories?"
here's what I
We're
why I
being
didn't
led
like
to
it.
filth right now.
What I didn't like about it just felt like it was such a clear, like, let's capitalize on this on the cookie craze, but like not actually like come up with like good flavors. Like, it just was like, let's make this Muddy Buddy, which is just peanut butter and chocolate, and then Chex Mix, and then Butterfingers.
That's what Muddy Buddy
I'm
is.
And then
sorry.
like,
that actually sounds creative
It's
to me.
great.
Oh
Like,
my god!
it's more than just your peanut butter chocolate. Like, I don't understand. All right,
Miranda, whenever
I love
you're
that.
ready.
Okay. So obviously I'm going to do my best to not say anything improper, because every time I go off about a certain topic, somebody comes onto the feed and freezes me. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've got their finger.
I got my
In
finger.
case you already
They've got
figured it out.
I'm being silenced. All right. We all know I'm a travel agent. And so when things like this week happen, it can be a lot, because sometimes we have to cancel trips. You have to modify trips to certain destinations. And these certain destinations could not make it harder for you to do so.
You're so stupid, Adam. You're canceled for
Even
this fucking
though-
show. I'm so annoyed by you.
Even though there is a Category 5 devastating storm coming toward the entire state of Florida, where this potential destination is that a lot of people are traveling to this week, especially because it is fall break. It is, I think, Jersey week. It's Indigenous Peoples Day next Monday. This is one of the busiest weeks to visit this destination. I had 3 clients this week alone.
And we won't be saying what destination it is,
And
you couldn't find out.
You have
you
no
couldn't figure
idea.
it out.
Truly,
It might be the most magical.
I
location.
book all destinations, so it's hard to say. They didn't make it until, first of all, phone lines. I was on hold for over 5 hours on Sunday, and I still did not get through. Somebody else was able to help me, which was really lovely. Only to move a date. It wasn't until the next day that they were like, "Oh, I guess we can open this up so you can modify online." Yeah, that would be easier. Okay. They also do not tell their cast members the same information.
Yes,
Some cast members were able to help
Cast
you.
member.
Oh, that's how I call everybody cast members. That's just teachers,
Firefighters.
Crumble cookie employees.
All those men at Crave Cookies.
They're all
they're all
cast
cast
members.
members. We're all
It's this
the world
big
is
show.
but a stage.
The world
is a
show that we're all in.
We are mere players upon it.
They own not every cast member gives you the same information.
No.
Some people will be like, Oh, I got a refund for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Oh, I was told a firm no, that we're not refunding. You just have to wait until they cancel it or just keep them in your thing. That is the real answer, by the way. But nobody has the same information. So some people are helping and some people are not. So something as easy as like canceling now your lightning lanes that you have to buy ahead of time and they're not in on a reservation package. 2 days ago, I was able to cancel via the online chat just through the magical website that you can log in and have all your plans on.
Yeah.
Go.com.
Easy. Done. Tell me why today I talked to 4 different people that told me, no, I cannot do that. You have to call it in. I'm like, I was like, wow, what a bummer. I was just able to do this yesterday online through this exact same. I canceled. I went back to then my 5th person who was able to help me online.
Oof.
Which I knew was the capability in the first place. So it is just so incredibly frustrating when it's like such a big deal like this. We want people to cancel. We want people to move. So we have these rooms for people who are trying to get away from the coast and try and like have a safe place. We want those to be available to local Floridians. So why don't you make it easier for us to cancel and modify reservations for guests who do not want to come down and be a burden on the state of Florida during this time? Like, it's just bonkers to me. And it's so frustrating because it's like, it could be so easily done. It could be just, there's one little switch you have to do. Like, tell your people the same thing. People who are needing to check out early, they're all getting different information from cast members. Some are like, oh, you have to tell them and then file a report within 90 days, like mailing it in type of
like
thing.
Like a rebate?
Yes.
Like the Menards receipt?
And like, oh, and then maybe they'll get it. It's just like all of these different forms of information that are just, and I was like, it's so unhelpful. And this is not the first major storm. Like, I just don't understand why there are not processes like to tell the entire organization, like, this is how you do it. If not one level, then yes, you can bump it to the next level or whatever. But there's such easy capabilities. It's not like I'm trying to move the sun and the earth here. It's like, I just want these off. Like, I just want a little $30 refund for.
Do you know if have they outsourced customer service lines yet? Or are they still like actual cast members?
Like DRC?
It depends on the situation. If you get 2 named people, they're outsourced.
Like Barry
Joe.
Like
Carol.
John David.
Yes. Yeah. It's all
Deborah
very
Sue.
fascinating. So it's just,
And that's always like online though. That's like just like chat.
no, it's on, it's
in person
on the phone. Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah. We
Cool.
all got some stories of some of those.
Oh,
things,
yeah.
you know?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so it's very frustrating. But thankfully, I don't have any clients traveling now anymore.
That's good.
But good God. And I just keep exiting out. And oh yeah, I'll fill out your little survey for you. Thank you. I'll fill that out.
Oh, you know.
I've got it.
You can send it right to Vase. Vase would be happy to fill out any employee
I would be
surveys.
happy
Absolutely.
to fill out the survey.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all.
That should be a service to be like, you know, those surveys at the end of anything. Just like, can I pass this link to
can I
someone
send
else
this?
to do it?
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Vase.
You're it.
Well, I filled out a little survey
Vase, you
recently
good?
from.
Vase. Hey, Casey, you good?
You having a good
You
time?
good, Casey?
You having a good time?
Yeah. I filled out a
RJ's
survey
not.
recently because the Homewood Suites I stayed in Dallas, Texas, I saw a little cockroach.
You saw it in your room?
Yes. Just walking.
you were in
around on the
Arkansas.
floor.
Yeah.
No, it was
She was in
Dallas.
Texas.
Oh,
Oh.
Dallas.
It was a nasty little guy.
You know,
Sickening. And so I made sure to fill out the survey because it was the nastiest Homewood Suites I've ever stayed in. And I am a Hilton girl through and through. And this was the grossest Hilton I've ever been in. Imagine if I had a gentleman caller. Luckily, I'm over that. But I did
most
fill
of
out
your
a
former
survey.
gentleman callers were the
We're
cockroaches.
cockroaches.
Yeah, they were the
At
little
home with
guy,
sweets.
nasty little guy. I'm stomping them, getting them out of there. But then they emailed me back the next morning, and they were like,
Crossing.
Oh. Seeing the tarantula.
Sorry, it was seeing the cockroaches, in your
cockroaches
house.
in the
and then the little ghost.
Yeah.
But they emailed me back the next morning, and they said, "We're so sorry to hear about the unwanted visitor in your room."
Yeah.
Girl, it wasn't a burglar. It was nasty.
Yeah, that's very colorful language to avoid saying, "We're sorry there was a bug in your room."
Sorry, our hotel is disgusting.
Yeah, filthy. They gave me like 2 towels. It was like they didn't even have, they didn't even give you the towel that you like lay down on the floor of the bathroom to be the mat,
Girl, at that point,
it's
you should be laying on those towels.
That's a safety hazard.
I would not trust anything.
If I'm seeing cockroaches, I'm assuming there's bed bugs.
Oh yeah.
After that,
do you
I was
do
like,
the thing where you like look at the sheets to make sure there's no red spots?
Yeah. You look at the sheets. Yeah. You look at you have to take it off the mattress. Look at it. You got to check it all. I never check. I never checked this one.
Jenny Nicholson got bed bugs once, and she had to like burn all of her clothes.
Oh my god!
Oh god!
It's my worst nightmare.
Yeah,
it's genuine because they come home with you.
Yeah,
and then what do? Burn everything you've ever
burn your house to the ground,
right?
Truly.
Okay. Yeah, that wasn't my go off. That was just me talking. About
that's just a taste, a little appetizer.
Well then, please.
Well then, go off, girl.
By all means. Don't let us hold you back.
She's like, hold on, let me finish the scratch off that I just.
Yeah, I've got some notes to take. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, here's my go off. How about you just put a brave face on whenever we've got a brand new person come into the office, and let's not make them think that this place is the worst place in the world on day one. Let's have some professionalism. Let's pretend we're happy. Let's not try and make this person regret their life because we've got a sweet, great new employee. And we don't need to be
this is Gen Z girly, isn't it?
We don't need to be acting this way. As someone that now supervises people, I just want, everyone to be having a good time, but just be professional. And let's have a an air of mystery, a vague chance, and they get along great. I think they'd be great friends, but please don't sour my beautiful little flower that I've just planted here. Don't pour your Red Bull on it. I don't know what I'm saying.
You always have to fluff at least the first day,
Yes.
Right.
First day, first month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold up. And until they are like, hey, did this happen? And like,
once they bring it up, like, it's weird that this happens. That's when you can be like, girl, let me tell you what else is weird.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
Sit your ass down. I got some stories.
Yeah, when they're like, does blah 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 always send a weird, like does someone always email as weird as, or this was kind of weird, huh? Yep, I can tell you all about it. Yes.
Off the clock. That's when you go.
Not in writing.
Is this a new Gen Z?
Huh?
A new Gen Z?
Is the new employee?
I got a new.
Yeah.
I got a new.
Same age as you. Yeah. Same Gen Z.
Same age. Yeah. I'm just a skosh older. just to by like a just like by a couple weeks.
Just a star sign older. You know?
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. You know what? Let's just put on a brave face. You know.
Yeah. Let them find out themselves. You know?
Exactly.
That's the fun, you know?
And then you get to play the game of watching to see when they have figured it out. And then you can be like, now you're in the fold.
Because that's me. It's like I'm not being like, yeah, this bitch is annoying. Like I'm gonna be like, okay, we got this email here from blah blah blah. Like, you know, I'm not saying anything because that is professionalism. I'm a supervisor now. I can't be talking shit.
No.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Wow, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with great power comes great responsibility, and should also get great benefits, additional benefits,
such as working remote,
such as
flexible work arrangements.
Absolutely,
yes.
But
I did get an email saying that I do qualify for a $200 one-time subsidy for driving in to work every day. So for one time payment of $200.
Weird way to phrase that.
Yeah.
It was very weird. And Mama, when's it coming? When's
one time here? Like per year or just in your life?
At least for this year. At least and I've qualified this year at least.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I don't know.
Wow.
But you know, it's fine. We got an ice maker. We got a cute little ice maker.
You know what?
No.
People look down on the pizza parties. They look down on the ice makers, but they make all the difference in the world.
They do.
They really make all the difference.
I took a picture of it today.
Wow.
It makes tiny little ices, and it's right by my office. So you know what? Our little baby ice maker, I'm gonna enjoy it.
What flavor ice? Like, what are we doing? Pellets? Are we doing the cubes? Like, what is she?
They're little pellets. It's like it's pebble ice, basically. Look.
Yeah, that's nice.
Wow.
This looks like a teeth X-ray.
The best ice, if you will.
Yeah,
that's like a teeth X-ray. If your teeth look like that, please see a dentist quickly.
Please, Invisalign, bitch.
Invisalign, bitch.
Smile direct, bitch.
Dentures, bitch.
I made an appointment to get my tooth fixed. I go in
with your tooth.
What? This one?
The chip
one? The one that's like not the same color.
Not the same color. It's dead.
It's dead.
She's a dead tooth.
So I have to go extracted.
So he's like, it's going to be a process, so be patient. And I was like, well, I mean, I've been dealing with this like my whole life, so it doesn't really matter.
So what's a process?
Yeah.
What's 30 years?
I have to go in, and he's like going to grind it down to see if there's any enamel left, and then put like a temporary thing on it. And then I have to go into a lab where they like test the color to like make the veneer to go on. I was like, okay.
So you're getting a veneer.
I'm getting a veneer. I'm doing it.
Wow.
Just one.
Just one.
Just the one. Just the one.
You don't want to do like a chrome or a gold?
Yeah, you know, I was thinking like
a baby blue,
rose gold.
I love rose gold. How exciting!
And it would look so good because it would like almost blend in with your gum. So it really just look like a really long strip of gum.
Yeah.
Be beautiful.
Could they match to the gum?
I think so.
The lab.
Just take a picture and then go use the
Maybe
the
I'll ask them to like color match my Awala. Like a little purple, so it's like
or do like a little design, like nail art.
Ooh, I should ask for one of those little gems. Yeah,
that's a thing. A little stone.
I think that would be good.
Get a little wig on it. Do a whole outfit.
Love that.
Yeah,
amazing.
Bangs.
So
I got bangs.
I got bangs.
I got bangs. Oh, we're watching the elimination live. We're dancing with it. It's a double elimination. So are we interested? We're down to the final three.
Oh yeah, let's hear. Let's find out.
We have Reggie, who needs to go home.
Old man
Reggie with Emma.
From Family Matters.
Old man Roberts, and then Ilona from the Olympian Alona.
Yes,
Alona?
we love Alona.
She's bottom 3. So we're gonna say who is safe right now.
She's gotta be
like
safe.
her.
She's great.
We're
Did you
seeing
see her interviewing people at the Emmys?
Steven's out.
Yeah.
Our baby boy
No,
Steven.
no, he's in. He's safe.
He's
Okay.
safe.
But we're saying who's safe out of these 3: the 2 old men or Alona.
I hope it's Alona. Come on,
Yeah.
diva.
Save the woman.
Oh my God, they are safe. Okay, so 2 old men are going home, which needed to happen. Now the competition can actually
So who's left?
It is
Alona,
funny.
Stephen Pommelhorse.
Alona, Steven,
Stephen,
the,
Pummel.
the Danny football boy who kind of looks like Ryan Gosling, I think.
Okay.
Sasha and Bachelorette Jen, Bachelor Joey and Jenna, Val and Phaedra.
Yes.
Wow, Phaedra's still there?
Phaedra's still in. I mean, yeah, these 2 old men had to go before Phaedra.
That is
But
funny
she's,
that
doing
it's
a pretty
Val
good
and
job.
not Max, because Max was in Phaedra's season of Traitors.
Oh my God, that would be actually, but maybe that's why it's Val, because Max hasn't been in a season in so long.
Yeah, that's true. But,
A Disney girly Chandler, don't know, but she's really good.
Okay.
And then the Gleb and model who are absolutely together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's it. I don't.
It is funny that Dancing with the Stars really is a show that the first 4 weeks are we're just cycling through the people that need to go.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's just learning the basics while the people who need to go need to go.
Yes.
But they said it was 14 million voters, the first elimination, and that is the most votes that have ever been cast in the show's history.
14 million voters or 14 million votes?
I don't remember.
Because you can't vote 100 times.
You vote 10 times.
You can
10
vote 10 times
per person.
Yeah.
Oh, that I don't remember. Oh, and then some tall basketball boy that I don't know. So yeah, but it's very interesting. I do think next week is Disney night, so just stay tuned. But thanks, girlies, for listening.
now that that show
is over, our show is over.
Because Miranda is going to bed.
Her eyes close as soon as Dancing with the Stars is over.
Do Not Disturb goes on in 14 minutes.
Don't forget, Close Friends gives you 3 bonus episodes every month. This month, we've got Crumble Cookie. We've got...
Great. I can't wait for that conversation after how this one went.
I probably
today.
won't be a part of it, actually. We've got Agatha. We're going to watch Agatha. And the Salem Spooktacular has already come out.
Is already out.
Yes,
so go listen to Vase's adventure in Salem.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And traveling alone.
So brave.
So brave. Casey, you having a good time?
Casey, you having a good time? In Salem?
That's our thumbnail. Hey. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Don't forget to read the group chat. And have a great night.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Discovering voices, building worlds. The Ampliverse.
Thanks for listening to the show. You can find us on Instagram at Did You Read the Pod and TikTok at Did You Read the Group Chat. You can also join the group chat on Facebook and the Discord server. Links on the episode details. The best way to support the show is by sharing the podcast to your friends and by leaving ratings and reviews. You can leave a 5-star rating on Spotify and a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, and we'll read them on the show. Our theme, KK Cruisin' Lo-Fi, is by Closed on Sunday. Find their music on Spotify and YouTube as Closed on Sunday. See you next time, besties, and don't forget to read the group chat.